That's why the lesson today, I think, is the most valuable lesson because it's like, am I willing?
It's a practice. So the one thing
David Blaine's my real
values
favorite.
more than anything else is just the hands. There's a trick in magic where the magician puts some sort of a stake under a.
Have you guys seen this? You guys know this series is on National Geographic right now, which everybody canceled and reinstituted after the Kimmel scandal. But it's really an amazing series. This is a clip from it.
A bag or a cup like this, and kind of the magician doesn't know where the stake is. So what happens is a random selection is made, and the magician slams his hand down over one of the three objects. And usually the magician is fine. The three of us will stand over there and we'll all look this way. And please, nobody give them a signal because we're leaving this up to them. And you guys are going to decide which bag you put the ice pick under. You're going to be the one picking the cup. So the fate of my hand lies in your decisions.
Have you seen him do this before? No.
No, this is brand new.
That's why I had to scurry over you. I had to
Don't worry, it'll be good.
If he fails, I'm going to leave extremely shortly after. Not sticking around.
You point to one of the four cups.
How much is writing on this? On this?
Everything.
Everything.
Point to one of the bags. Point to one of the bags. This one?
Yep.
That one?
Okay.
Oh, God.
Good guess. Point one fast. Point fast. I saw your reaction. See, both bags moved, but one didn't move the same way, which means technically that I know it's here. But the truth is, maybe it doesn't matter one way or another. Like ultimately,
Reality. Watch. It's
when
the
we
craziest.
problem with this trick is you don't want this to really succeed because the real curiosity is what would happen if that went through the hand. This is my right hand. This is a hand that I use to do everything. This is an ice pick. This hasn't been switched in or out. This has been here the whole time. Is that true?
Yeah.
Do you want to make sure it's actually what it seems to be?
I'm checking on myself.
Yeah, that's definitely what it seems to be. This is complete mind over body.
Oh.
See how it really looks? It's going through the hand.
Yeah,
And does it really look like it's actually?
it is. Yeah. Oh, God, no. Oh,
Looks like it's
wow.
There's no blood. See, this is ultimately what they want to see, Kanye. See that? Look, ultimately in magic, that's what people care about.
Ultimately in magic, this is what people care about. Realism.
See, really what they want to see.
That's what they want to see.
Wow. Impressive. No, I don't think you clap. I don't think we clap, because then he'll clap by accident.
That is through your hand.
There's no blood.
Why?
This is the part that could be messy, by the way. Do you want to just feel it? Make sure it's actually not an illusion.
Man, I lost my erection entirely.
Pull it like this. Pull it straight out. Good. Grab it. Just pull it right out. Good. Good. Just pull that. Good. Just pull.
Oh,
Pull.
oh.
Pull. Good. Hold my wrist.
Ninja skills.
Just hold me steady. Pull. Go ahead. Pull. 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 Done. Nothing.
Oh.
No blood. Nothing. Like I promised.
That's hypnosis. You see that?
Not a glove.
That doesn't retract.
God.
Man, I was having a pretty drab day. Wow. Wow, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life, obviously. I can't even. You're out of your mind in the most you're just out of your mind. In the most beautiful way possible. My God.
Open here.
I'm going to show you a little bit more, but just to pause on that one. Did you get it? How he went from I mean, obviously you got it. The magic trick was the bag, right? But then he was like, what do you really want is to see me get hurt. Like that's the point of the trick. But that's taking it into the realm of realism. Then he goes to the first principle, which is, but if I wanted to actually do this magic trick, I have to learn mind over matter to the extent of the Indian fucking gurus who can stick needles through their hands and all kinds of things. So then he goes and learns that. Just like Naiad. Oh, I have to get through the shark tank. Or the sharks. I have to get through the box jellyfish. I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this. That's the first principle. That's what makes him the best at it. That's what makes this incredible and wild. Is he went all the way to the first principle, which is to actually do this magic trick, I would have to be able to actually stick this through my hand and not just do that first level trick where I happen to know where the thing actually is. That's why he's the best in the world. That's why he's the highest paid magician in the world. Because it's not magic anymore. It's real. That's exactly what our product is. This is an exact analog of our product. Yes, we do the bag trick. That's part of hypnosis. But real problem solving, real hypnotic results are learning to put the stake through the hand, actually doing it. That's why you become high paid. Because you didn't just stop at the original trick. To actually do magic, you have to take the bigger gamble. You have to take the bigger wager. That's what Erickson was able to do. He took the biggest wager and got the biggest bang out of it. Does that make sense? You see how I see it? What do you guys think of that? Does that cohere for you? Let's do another one. And by the way, I mean, there's so many of those, but here's one. This one I really love. It's only 2 minutes. I'll talk about it after.
Deepak tells me there's even more to his act than what I've already seen.
So what he ends up doing in the National Geographic is go around the world and find all of these crazy things in different countries. So each episode is like him in Asia, him in China, him in, different places learning the magic of that place.
As nervous as that makes me, of course I'm intrigued.
Put in. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah. It's okay. You're okay.
Okay.
But it doesn't hurt.
कोई बात नहीं.
There's no blood, nothing.
No.
Yeah, there's nothing. Not even a bump. So, like that?
Ow.
It's like literally some guy he saw on TikTok in the middle of fucking nowhere
Trick. But Deepak is doing this for real.
in
As a
India.
magician, I want to understand how this is possible.
अगर हल्का सा अगर मिस्टेक हो जाएगा ना तो बोतल भंगने में अक्सर भंग जाएगा.
Jeez!
बोतल ने अपना बाप को भी नहीं छोड़ता है. बोतल से बोतल भंगे, बोतल भी टूट जाएगा.
The Jack Daniels bottle. You guys know how giant those are?
Wait. Oh man, this one gets me nervous for some reason because I know this bottle, the other ones maybe I don't know. But this one is crazy.
Oh,
No! Oh! Jeez! Oy! Holy man! Whoa! This little pieces of glass though. Like this is real glass shards right here. I mean, the real glass shard. Stupid trick now.
I fucking love that at the end. He eats the thing and he's like, oh, that's a stupid trick now because he knows how to eat glass. I mean, what could be hilariouser than that? Some guy in the middle of India, some guy comes from America. I mean, it's just too weird. But and the whole series is like that. It's really, really cool and weird. But like, that's a first principle if I've ever seen one. He's like, where do I learn how to actually do this? Some random person in the middle of India who's like a rickshaw driver, and he goes to learn the first principle of it. And that's what shocks him. And by the way, if you watch the National Geographic, you see that he chickens out. This is very interesting. David Blaine chickens out of doing that trick for some reason. He doesn't do it. And then he flies back to India 6 months later and does it. It's a very crazy, one of his interesting and crazy stories. But like, what I'm trying to show you is to be at that level of like, I'm going to be the one to do it. You have to go and find the person who knows how to do it and learn the basics. Like, there's no smoke and mirrors there. Imagine.
And that's on
This one-
National Geographic?
Yeah, it's on National Geographic.
Okay.
I mean, it's on Disney, which National Geographic is on Disney. It's really cool, the one he just did. A lot of his movies are cool, which I've shared with you, the video with the balloons and all that. But this latest one is crazy because it's international. Okay, now I have 2 more videos to show you, then I'll go back to my presentation, then we'll be done. This one is really about hypnosis, so I want to show it to you.
You open here and just see when I squeeze. You see how you're.
This is the finger trick, right? We all know this one.
Feel how you.
Yes.
This is all happening in their minds. It's not about the trick at all.
See how his want to close?
Call it power of suggestion, call it involuntary reflex. Regardless, one thing is true. We all want to feel connected to others. That idea is more powerful than any magic I could do.
Did you hear that? We all want to be connected to each other. That's more powerful than any magic we can do. That's exactly what the quantum field is. When the client connects with their subconscious, it's more than anything that we could ever do for them. It's the feeling of connection that every human being wants.
I'm going to try to sync the two of you with each other. I'm going to try to sync the two of you together. So you'll be connected just through very simple psychological control.
Yes, Jesus, that would be fantastic.
Close your eyes. Good. Her eyes are closed. She can hear my voice, but she can't see anything that I'm doing. Open your eyes for the first time. Tell us exactly what you felt. Tell us exactly what you felt. Say it.
I just got full of emotion.
Uh-huh. And did you feel a touch?
I did.
Where did you feel the touch?
My shoulder.
Which shoulder? Which shoulder?
Right.
Tell her what happened.
While your eyes were closed, he touched my right shoulder. When you said it just now, you moved your right shoulder. He just put his finger here and pushed down on my right shoulder.
And your body moved accordingly. And you weren't watching, your eyes were closed.
Yes.
And you really felt something for real. It wasn't just a.
You didn't touch me.
They were.
No.
Somebody touched my shoulder. David?
He touched my shoulder while your eyes were closed.
No.
Nobody touched you.
Okay, now I'm about to cry. Are you serious? Somebody touched my shoulder.
No, he touched my shoulder.
Okay.
Close your eyes. Pay attention to everything. Open your eyes. I just saw you do I saw a little something, like a little reaction, which is okay.
Okay.
Tell us exactly what you felt. Tell us.
You like pushed me on the shoulder.
But I want to say one thing. Look, it's possible that you think that when your eyes were closed, that we all set this up on you in that one moment because your eyes were closed and I could have said to everybody, pretend. Well, we're gonna try it in reverse this time. I'm gonna see if you can connect with your dad in the opposite direction. Close your eyes. Open your eyes. Did you feel anything?
Yeah.
What did you feel?
You touched me on that. Are you serious?
What's going on? Isn't that a crazy video? How is he doing that? How is he creating that connection? That's the field. When you feel the hypnosis between you and the client, that's what it is. That's the connection. I don't know how he does that, but that's the same thing. He's using the power of his own mind to move the energy some way, which is a trick he learned somewhere probably in like Uzbekistan, I don't know. But that's the same thing we're doing. It takes a lot of guts to do that and repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. Imagine how much guts that takes him to prove it over and over and over. It could not work, right? But what's different than you having a series of clients who come in front of you who all need transformation? And you just repeat it and repeat it and repeat it, that same share of energy. And that just becomes your profession, just like it is for him. That's it. I know, you're like, that's it. That's not just it. But that is what it is. It's not that crazy. Oh, what happened to the last video? I lost one. Wait a second, I need to get it back. Just 1 second.
On Oprah. But in practice, I would do it face down, floating on the pool. But for TV, they wanted me to be upright. But John Tierney flew down and did a piece on the seriousness of breath holding. While he was there, I tried to impress him, of course, and I did a dive down to 160 feet, which is like, basically the height of a 16-story building. And as I was coming up, I blacked out underwater, which is really dangerous. That's how you drown. Luckily, Kirk had seen me, and he swam over and pulled me up. So I started full focus. I completely trained to get my breath hold time up for what I needed to do, but there was no way to prepare for the live television aspect of it being on Oprah. But in practice, I would do it face down, floating on the pool. But for TV, they wanted me to be upright so they could see my face, basically. The other problem was the suit was so buoyant that they had to strap my feet in to keep me from floating up. So I had to use my legs to hold my feet into the straps that were loose, which was a real problem for me. That made me extremely nervous, raising the heart rate. Then what they also did was, which we never did before, is there was a heart rate monitor, and it was right next to the sphere. So every time my heart would beat, I'd hear the beep, 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 the ticking really loud, which is making me more nervous, and there's no way to slow my heart rate down. So normally I would start at 38 beats per minute, and while holding my breath, it would drop to 12 beats per minute, which is pretty unusual. This time it started at 120 beats, and it never went down. I spent the first 5 minutes underwater desperately trying to slow my heart rate down. I was just sitting there thinking, I've got to slow this down. I'm going to fail. I'm going to fail. And I was getting more nervous, and the heart rate just kept going up and up all the way up to 150 beats. Basically, it's the same thing that created my downfall at Lincoln Center. It was a waste of O2. When I made it to the halfway mark at 8 minutes, I was 100% certain that I was not going to be able to make this. There was no way for me to do it. So I figured Oprah had dedicated an hour to doing this breath hold thing. If I had cracked early, it would be a whole show about how depressed I am. So I figured I'm better off just fighting and staying there until I black out, at least, and they can pull me out, take care of me and all that. I kept pushing to 10 minutes. At 10 minutes, you start getting all these really strong tingling sensations in your fingers and toes. And I knew that that was blood shunting, when the blood rushes away from your extremities to provide oxygen to your vital organs. At 11 minutes, I started feeling throbbing sensations in my legs, and my lips started to feel really strange. At minute 12, I started to have ringing in my ears, and I started to feel my arm going numb. And I'm a hypochondriac, and I remember arm numb means heart attack. So I started to really get really paranoid. Then at 13 minutes, maybe because of the hypochondria, I started feeling pains all over my chest. It was awful. At 14 minutes, I had these awful contractions, like this urge to breathe. At 15 minutes, I was suffering major O2 deprivation to the heart, and I started having ischemia to the heart. My heartbeat would go from 120 to 50 to 150 to 40 to 20 to 150 again. It would skip a beat, it would start, it would stop, and I felt all this. And I was sure that I was going to have a heart attack. So at 16 minutes, what I did is I slid my feet out because I knew that if I did go out, if I did have a heart attack, they'd have to jump into the body and take my feet out before pulling me up. So I was really nervous. So I let my feet out and I started floating to the top. And I didn't take my head out. I was just floating there waiting for my heart to stop. Just waiting. They had doctors with the, so sitting there waiting. And then suddenly I hear screaming. And I think that there's some weird thing that I had died or something had happened. And then I realized that I had made it to 1632. So with the energy of everybody that was there, I decided to keep pushing and I went to 17 minutes and 4 seconds. As though that wasn't enough, what I did immediately after is I went to Quest Labs and had them take every blood sample that they could to test for everything and to see where my levels were so the doctors could use it once again. I also didn't want anybody to question it. I had the world record and I wanted to make sure it was legitimate. So I get to New York City the next day and this kid walks up to me. I'm walking out of the Apple store. This kid walks up to me. He's like, "Yo, D." I'm like, "Yeah." He said, "If you really held your breath that long, why'd you come out of the water dry?" I was like, "What?" And that's my life. So, but as a magician, I try to show things to people that seem impossible. And I think magic, whether I'm holding my breath or shuffling a deck of cards, is pretty simple. It's practice, it's training, and it's practice, it's training and experimenting while pushing through the pain to be the best that I can be. And that's what magic is to me. So thank you.
It's practice, training, and it's experiment. That's what magic is to me. That's how I feel as well. It's practice, it's training, and it's experimenting. And that's what magic means to me. That's abnormal thinking. It's very abnormal, isn't it? 17 minutes underwater on Oprah. It's back to also, Melanie, yesterday's conversation about it looks easy. I mean, how did he do that? How did he make it look so easy to hold his breath for 17 fucking minutes? But it's a lot of training and it's a lot of suffering and it's a lot of fear and it's a lot of pain. Did you hear what he said? I thought I had died. I heard everyone cheering and I thought I was dead. How do you become so extreme like that? How do you become so willing? How do you become so Ericksonian? So the whole thing is, oh, that's the wrong one. The whole thing is the model that we've been using does not even allow you to think that way or that big. The model that we're all conditioned to is a poverty model. It's the first magic trick before it becomes the real thing. So the whole idea here is to take that extreme thinking, that really abnormal thinking, that whole idea that